The council hall of the Galactic Assembly was vast beyond comprehension. Its ceiling shimmered like liquid crystal, reflecting the countless stars beyond the transparent walls. Delegates from hundreds of civilizations gathered, their forms as diverse as the worlds they represented, some floating without need of gravity, others with exoskeletal frames that glimmered like molten metal, and still others that changed shape with every thought. All had come to witness what was, according to protocol, the presentation of Earth's latest petition. Humans had waited their turn, seated in the corner of the hall on benches that seemed almost comically small compared to the massive forms around them. Their species was young in the eyes of the universe, barely a few centuries beyond planetary unification, yet they carried themselves with a quiet resolve. Their representative, a man named Eli, stood with a simple robe, devoid of ornamentation, his eyes scanning the assembly with calm precision. When it was time, Eli approached the central dais. The council, a semicircle of the largest and most imposing delegates, watched with polite curiosity. They had already laughed at the preliminary reports of Earth's technological achievements. Humans, one of the delegates, a creature with eyes that seemed to see in multiple dimensions, had said, claimed to have invented propulsion systems capable of traversing hundreds of light years. "Surely you jest?" Eli's expression did not change. "We do not jest," he said. "We have come to formally request admission to the Galactic Assembly as full members." A ripple of laughter echoed through the hall. Another delegate, whose translucent skin revealed intricate patterns of bioluminescent veins, clutched its sides in amusement. "Admission?" it said, its voice a melody of tones no human vocal cords could reproduce. "You have barely left your system. You have no fleets, no colonies, no history beyond your own planet. Why would we consider you worthy of our council?" The laughter grew, not cruel but incredulous. Eli simply nodded, waiting for them to tire of their own amusement. Finally, silence settled. Not the tense kind, but the kind that comes after overindulgence in mockery. Eli continued. "Our fleet does not stretch across galaxies," he admitted, "and our colonies are limited, but our advancement has been rapid, guided by principles that your own histories show are the bedrock of sustainable power. We have survived catastrophes that would have extinguished less resilient species. Our ingenuity and adaptability have allowed us to overcome challenges far greater than mere travel between stars." A murmur rose among the delegates. Some tilted their massive heads, calculating and reconsidering. Yet many still could not suppress a smile. "It is quaint," said one, its voice like gravel rolling down a hill. "Your survival is anecdotal. Survival alone does not grant influence or wisdom." Eli gestured to the projection behind him. A holographic map of human space blossomed, dotted with spheres representing colonies, research outposts, and defense stations. Each one was a testament to humanity's rapid expansion and technological prowess. "These," he said, "are our worlds. They may seem few to you, but every system has been terraformed, secured, and made habitable through our own effort. Every world is connected through quantum communication that allows instantaneous coordination across light years. And every one is defended by weapons of a type not yet encountered by any species here." The laughter resumed, though less certain now. A council elder, ancient beyond comprehension, leaned forward. "Weapons, you say? Surely you exaggerate. What could a primitive species such as yours hope to wield that would threaten established fleets like ours?" Eli smiled faintly. "You will find that our weapons do not require numbers. They do not require fleets. They require understanding. And we have learned faster than you may realize." A murmur passed through the audience. Some delegates began whispering to one another. Few had seen such confidence from a species so young. One of the more diplomatic voices spoke. "You speak boldly, human. Yet boldness alone does not grant recognition. The council must decide based on merit. You understand this, do you not?" Eli's eyes never left the dais. "We understand," he said simply. "But merit is not proven by volume or tradition alone. It is proven by action. And action, in our case, has already begun." From the back of the hall, a subtle vibration grew, so slight that many delegates initially dismissed it. Then it intensified, and the room filled with a low hum that resonated through the bones of those present. A map projection flickered as an invisible wave of energy rippled outward. The council's largest vessels, docked in orbit around the hall's outer rings, registered anomalies. Systems designed to monitor interstellar interference were overwhelmed. The delegates froze. This was not supposed to happen. Humans, supposedly young and underdeveloped, had somehow projected energy signatures beyond anything in known archives. It was precise, controlled, and impossible to ignore. Eli's voice carried over the silence. We did not come to threaten, only to demonstrate capability. The decision of your council is yours. We merely ask that you recognize that humanity does not negotiate from weakness. The hall erupted, not with laughter this time, but with a mixture of astonishment and fear. Some delegates recoiled, their forms quivering as sensors and instruments within their bodies struggled to comprehend the human projection. Others tried to mask their unease with diplomatic words, though the tremor in their tones betrayed them. Show us proof, one elder demanded. Concrete evidence, or this will be dismissed as bravado. Eli gestured, and the projection shifted. Now it displayed simulations, orbital trajectories, defensive measures, and the destructive potential of human railguns, quantum torpedoes, and planetary shield arrays. Each diagram was precise and realistic, capable of calculation by even the most advanced AI in the galaxy. The Council watched, stunned, as scenarios unfolded in which fleets many times larger than humanity's were neutralized without a single human casualty. Silence fell. This time it was absolute. Delegates stared at one another, at the projections, at the human representative who had spoken with calm authority through it all. None dared laugh. The initial derision of humanity seemed absurd now, almost naive. Finally, the oldest member of the council spoke. Its voice was slow, deliberate, and filled with a weight that seemed to press upon the room. It appears we misjudged your species. Your potential is greater than our records indicated. Eli bowed slightly. We are glad you recognize it. We seek not conflict but acknowledgement. We do not require your laughter, only your attention. The council convened behind closed doors, their discussions inaudible to the human delegates. Hours passed. When the doors opened, it was not to grant membership. It was not even to offer cautious respect. The council members emerged, faces pale, forms tensed, and eyes wide with unease. They had witnessed not just the strength of humanity, but the strategic foresight that accompanied it. Humanity was no mere fledgling species. They were a force unlike any the galaxy had encountered. Eli stepped forward once more. We will not wait for your decision indefinitely. Humanity is on the rise. We have prepared our fleets, our colonies, and our technologies to act in accordance with our interests. We do not threaten peace, but we will defend our right to exist and thrive among the stars. If the Council cannot recognize us, then we will continue without you. The delegates shifted uneasily. Their laughter was gone, replaced by a creeping awareness that the balance of power had subtly, irrevocably changed. Some whispered to each other, debating how to respond, how to negotiate, how to prevent what they feared might be inevitable. Eli waited, silent and patient. Finally, without a word, humanity's delegation turned. They walked toward the exit of the hall, their steps deliberate and calm. Not a sound escaped their lips. They left behind the murmurs, the calculations, and the fragile egos of the galaxy's most powerful beings. The council stared after them, unsure whether to call them back, to offer concessions, or to act preemptively. None did. Humanity's silence was a statement louder than any words could convey. In that quiet, the galaxy understood something profound. This species, underestimated and young, would not be constrained by tradition, by fear, or by the opinions of others. Weeks later, reports filtered in across the galaxy. Human colonies expanded faster than projected. New fleets appeared in unexpected sectors, and their communications networks grew so complex and instantaneous that no single power could control or predict them. Other civilizations scrambled to adjust, reassessing their own strengths and weaknesses. Some sought alliances while others prepared defenses. All were wary of humanity, though none yet understood the full scope of their potential. Eli observed the changes from the bridge of the flagship Resolute. The human fleet moved with precision, each ship and station part of a larger network of strategy and resilience. Around him, officers coordinated across multiple light years, their voices calm, their decisions deliberate. Humanity had not attacked, nor had they expanded recklessly. They acted with a balance of patience and purpose. The galaxy would come to fear their discipline as much as their technology. They would learn eventually that laughter could not diminish resolve, and mockery could not limit the spirit of a species determined to rise. In time, the story of that day, The day the council laughed and humanity walked away in silence would be remembered in every star system.